Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Could you please introduce yourself to the board members without mentioning your name and your district?
Sir, I have been working as a probationary officer at State Bank of India. I did my schooling from DPS Arkipuram, and currently I'm looking for moving into the administrative services. Therefore, I've appeared in this exam. My parents are also in the service, and as a result, I have grown up in a number of cities. One of them, I'm currently in Delhi as a result.
Okay. You are in Delhi. Right. What is the situation in Delhi right now?
So there is because of the tractor rally that happened on 26th of January, there is a somewhat tumultuous situation. But other than that, life is progressing as usual.
Okay. What happened yesterday in Delhi?
Yesterday in particular, sir?
Yeah, Delhi in particular.
Sir, on 26th of January, there was this tractor rally. I think,
Yesterday, what happened yesterday?
so I can't recall anything
Have you
particular.
heard of one IED blast near the Israeli embassy?
Sorry, sir?
One IED blast near Israeli embassy in Delhi.
So sorry, sir, I have not read about
Have
that.
you read newspaper today?
No, sir.
So, you have geography as a option,
Yes, sir.
and can you tell me what is the position of Bihar in terms of population?
Sir, Bihar is the most populous state most densely populated state of India.
In what is the place of Bihar in terms of the total number of population?
I think it's 13th, sir, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about it, but it is the densest population. It has the densest population. Okay. So, what is the density of Bihar population?
So it's over 1,000. I think it's 1,033
More than
persons per kilometer, per square kilometer.
Per square kilometer. It's more than 1,000 per square kilometer. Okay. Do you think that is a situation of population explosion in Bihar?
So, considering Bihar's land area and population size, the population size is disproportionately larger. Also, since Bihar is predominantly an agrarian economy, therefore, the employment opportunities and economic opportunities are inadequate to accommodate the entire population. One of the implications of that has been the brain drain that Bihar has witnessed over the years.
So population is, do you think that the population is a trend or
Sorry, sir.
population is a, so population is a burden or a dividend for Bihar?
Sir, I think the population of Bihar can prove to be a demographic dividend as well, because Bihar has one of the youngest populations in India. Even in Bihar, the percentage of population which lies in the age group of 13 to 25 is maximum. And the fertility rate also is one of the highest. Therefore, we have a relatively younger population. However, in order to capitalize on this opportunity, it is important to provide the necessary human resource development infrastructure that can convert this population into an asset.
Can you tell me some of the steps that the government should take to tap the demographic dividend of Bihar?
Sir, a number of measures can be taken in different dimensions. For instance, in the case of health, we have observed that India carries the maximum burden of malnourished and stunted children in the world. Around 40% children in India are said to be malnourished. So, providing early childhood interventions through Anganwadi centers can be a good way of ensuring proper health outcomes later on. Then, moving on to education as well, improving the quality of primary schooling will provide a good foundation to students, and they will be able to capitalize these skills later on in terms of either higher education or vocational training as well.
Some of the schemes of the government, that the central government or the state government, to control population, to check the population growth.
So there is a family planning scheme which is being run by the center, as well as it has also a state version of of a similar scheme is also being implemented. There
Can you
was
name
the
some of the schemes?
Sir, there is Rajiv Gandhi National Adolescent Intervention Schemes, under which a number of sterilization camps are organized from time to time. To besides that, there are also sort of information and education campaigns which are run in terms of
Do you
popularizing
think that we
contraceptive
should
uses.
also adopt two-child norm? We should make a law for two-child in India.
Sir, I think while it is a good idea to encourage people to have two children, but to put that in terms of a law would mean that all children besides two, the third child and so on, become illegalized. What we saw in China with its one child policy was that the second child and so on did not enjoy the same rights as the first child. They were treated as secondary citizens, and that did not necessarily deter people from having more children, but instead a lot of children were hidden away and child rights get compromised in the process. Plus, in a democratic country, having a similar rule could backfire, because unless there is a social mindset in favor of having only two children, then it feels dictatorial for the state to intervene within a personal and family space.
Okay, you are a student of you have geography as an optional.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is climate engineering?
Sir, in order to grapple with the problem of climate change and global warming, a number of engineering initiatives are being explored that can be used to contain the increasing global temperatures. One of them is injection of sulfur dioxide gas, because that acts as a coolant in upper atmosphere layers. Second is use of space mirrors as deflectors for sunlight, so that incident radiation is reduced. Another one is to artificially fertilize ocean waters to enhance phytoplankton growth, and phytoplankton carries out photosynthesis and reduces the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. These are some of the climate engineering.
And what is this cloud seeding?
Cloud seeding refers to the use of silver iodide being sprayed in clouds in order to encourage formation of rain clouds. This is used to change the weather patterns, to induce rainfall, and essentially generally done as an initiative to bring better agricultural results.
What is dry ice?
So dry ice refers to carbon dioxide in solidified form.
It's also used as a compound for cloud seeding.
I'm
Dry-
not familiar with
Dry
this.
ice. Is there any mountain in Bihar?
So towards the northwestern part of Bihar, where we see Champaran, East Champaran and West Champaran districts, that is part of a Terai belt. And also in South Bihar, we have a hilly terrain that.
What's the difference between mountain and hills?
Sir, I think there is a difference in terms of the altitude, as well as there is mountains always occur in chains.
So now answer me, is there any mountain in Bihar?
So there are only hills in Bihar, there are no mountains.
There is no mountain, there are only hills in Bihar.
Yes, sir.
Because the altitude is less than 900 meters
Right, sir.
in Bihar. tell me the districts of the Bihar that borders Nepal.
West Champaran, East Champaran, Sitamarhi, Madhubani, Katihar, Araria.
How many districts?
I'll have to count, sir. 6 I have mentioned.
Okay, where is the headquarter of East Champaran?
Betya,
West Champaran?
Motihari.
Mitra, what is land degradation?
So, land degradation refers to a gradual process in which the land loses its fertility. It could be because of natural factors. For example, desertification is a form of land degradation. It could also be due to anthropogenic factors. For instance, overuse of fertilizers, overuse of pesticides, overexploitation of groundwater resources, dumping of plastic waste or solid waste, etc.
Okay, are desertification and land degradation same or is there any difference?
So, desertification results in decline in fertility of land over time, and that can be considered as a form of land degradation, but it is not the only form of land degradation.
So that was my question. Is there any difference, even minute one, between land degradation and desertification, or both can be termed as same?
So, I would say desertification is a subset of land degradation.
Okay. Okay. Recently, few months back, Prime Minister inaugurated Atal Tunnel.
Right, sir.
Have you got any knowledge about that?
Sir, Atal Tunnel is the longest tunnel in India. It passes through the Pir Panjal mountains. It's located in Jammu and Kashmir. It connects the Jammu division with the Srinagar division of J&K.
Okay. What is World Economic Forum? Which type of organization it is?
It is a global think tank, sir. It publishes reports and it releases advisories. There is also a congregation of global experts and innovators and thinkers that come together at Davos to sort of to ruminate over global problems and come up with solutions for that.
And where's the headquarters?
Switzerland, sir.
Any particular city?
Davos.
Okay. So this World Economic Forum is an intergovernmental organization or a private NGO kind of organization?
It's a private organization, sir.
NGO kind of organization. Okay.
Klaus Schwab is the head of it. He founded the body and he's...
Okay. What are the major functions of RBI given to RBI at the time of its inception? There are two major functions which was enshrined to RBI.
One would be, sir, managing monetary policy. Second, as a regulator of banks.
Monetary policy, and the second is regulator of banks. Okay. How many mints are there in India?
I don't know, sir. Coin mints. There's one at Kolkata. There is another in Maharashtra, but I don't know the total number of mints.
Okay. Why is the Sundarbans area important to India?
Sir, Sundarbans is a ecologically important area for India. The Sundarbans Delta is one of the most densely forested parts of West Bengal. We find a large variety of wildlife there, with the Bengal tiger being the most prominent. There is Sundarbans National Park, hence it is a protected area. There are within that there are tiger reserves also, and wildlife sanctuaries as well.
Which kind of forest is Sundarbans?
Predominantly it's a mangrove forest.
What is mangrove?
So mangrove is a type of forest which grows in coastal marshy areas. It's because it grows in a highly saline environment with fluctuating water levels. Therefore, they displace certain root modifications. For example, there could be aerial roots. They could have pneumatophores. They could be shedding leaves that accumulate salt eventually. Therefore, they also play an important role in shielding the land against high coastal waves, such as in case of tsunamis or in case of landfall by cyclones.
Okay. There was a recent cyclonic storm in Bengal few months earlier. What was the name? I think in the month of May, June it was.
So there was Fani.
No, Fani was in the Odisha area, coastal area. Talking about the Sundarban and the role of Sundarban. As you said, some a sort of climatic extremes right now.
Yes, sir, I did.
Sundarbans had got a role in that cyclone. So you are not getting
Forget
the
the
names.
names.
Okay. Now recently, okay, when was UN Security Council established? Okay.
It could be 1945 or 1948, sir. One of these.
Okay. What is the structure of United Nations Security Council?
So the United Nations Security Council consists of 5 permanent members and 10 non-permanent members.
Who
The
are
per-
those 5 permanent members?
The permanent members include USA, People's Republic of China, Russia, France, and United Kingdom.
Okay.
And the non-permanent members are elected for 2 years on a rotational basis, and then they're
So is India a member of UNSC?
so we are a non-permanent member.
For which session?
I'm sorry, sir, I don't know which session.
And before that, last time when we were the members?
I'm sorry, sir, I don't know.
So India has been added recently. So do you have any idea which other countries with India have been added?
To the non-permanent council, sir? Sorry, sir, I don't know.
Okay, Medha,
Yes, sir.
you are a physics graduate. Okay, what is impulse?
Sir, force multiplied by time for which it acts.
And time, what time?
The time period for it, generally, sir, force acts for very short durations of time. So there is delta t, and therefore,
What is difference between AND gate and NAND gate?
and NAND. I can tell you the difference in terms of the truth table, sir. For example, if the input was 1 and 0, then an AND gate would give me output 0. However, NAND would always give me the opposite output of this. So if there is a 0, in this case, the NAND gate would result in a 1.
Okay.
And essentially means both inputs have to be high in order for the output to be high.
Okay. Can you recall first law of thermodynamics?
The first law of, yes, sir. The first law of thermodynamics implies that energy is always conserved. So if any energy is always distributed in terms of work done as well as heat generated.
Okay. What is closed system?
A closed system is one, sir, in which there is no loss of either mass or energy.
Okay. What is photoelectric effect?
So photoelectric effect was first discovered by Einstein. Photoelectric effect essentially means that it uses a semiconductor substrate, essentially light incident on this semiconductor wafer allows the electrons to acquire energy in terms of h nu, and then they move, And this movement of electrons leads to the generation of electricity. Therefore, light is leading to the generation of electricity, and that is.
What are photons?
Photons are the carriers for light radiation, electromagnetic wave.
Okay, what are neutrinos?
Neutrinos are, these are a type of fundamental particle. These are massless particles. They are generally released in case of nuclear reactions such as beta reactions. Neutrinos are produced.
Okay, what is resistance?
Electrical resistance refers to if a voltage V is equal to IR, V being the potential difference, I being the current, then R here would be the resistance.
That is Ohm law.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm asking what is resistance?
So, sir, in this case, we can define resistance as if V potential difference is applied and I is the current that is measured, then the ratio of V by I would give me the resistance of that substance.
Okay.
Okay, Milan, your interview is over.
Thank you, sir.